Cool. We figured this out, everybody.
Look, that's what this is about.
I'm not
I
gonna
figured
lie,
it out,
I'm
I
still
mean,
kind of
just-
confused on the
just Matt.
details.
No, we didn't figure this
It's
out,
Mortal
everybody.
Kombat. There aren't details.
Whether you're into Star Wars, Marvel, DC, D&D, literally, like, there's something for everybody.
Oh, hi there. Welcome everybody to Connosaur Pod, your home for celebrating all things comic conventions and nerd culture. I am your host, AJ Hester. I am joined by my co-hosts, Kent Lawley, Cody Howell, and the Connosaur himself, Matt Hodges. We are kicking off our celebration and lead up to Dragon Con this month, and we have some fun and exciting things to talk about leading into that. But before we get into that, let's talk about talking nerdy. What's somebody done nerdy recently? I actually have something this week.
That's good. Good to have something this week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we struggled
You should
with that
you
last
should
week.
start. You should start, AJ.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. All right. So I finished Avatar, the third Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Oh.
I don't know if there's anybody listening to us or just in maybe the world in general that love Avatar. Is that a thing that I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. Avatar kind of sucks.
Damn.
But like
Damn.
I don't want to come across too strong. I don't have too much negativity to say, but Avatar kind of sucks. And this one specifically, I actually liked a lot. When it went off last night, my wife Michaela looked at me and said that was probably the worst one yet, and I said I actually think I liked it the most. and the more just everybody here seen it?
I
I mean, I've seen the first one.
I half-assedly watched it. Roger, my father-in-law, does like them.
Okay,
He
don't
was
let him
watching
listen
it,
to this.
and I couldn't care about it. I just
All right, so here's my issue with them. Do they look cool? Yes. Does the score kind of make up for a lot of it? Yeah. Like the score is pretty fucking righteous. The story overall, they don't have to be 3 hours. Like all three of these movies, and I'm going to watch every one that Cameron puts out from here on out. Like I'm going to watch them. I may go to the theater to see them. I'm not trying to say that they're not worth watching, because they are. But for me, it's just like you're kind of watching and you're going, what now? What is the emotion? Like where am I hanging my emotions on? Like what's the situation here? And then also, have we not done this same climax for 3 movies? It's like
it's the same story in all 3 movies.
Yeah, and
in different locations.
Yeah. Except for the second one and the third one. The locations are the same. They're the same location.
Damn.
It's all right. So the second one's the Way of Water, right?
Mhm.
A lot of water avatars. They're in the water now, and so the third one's called like Fire and Ash. So you're like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fire and ash, and there is, except for all the water that is still taking place. So I don't know. You guys watch it. Tell me what you think. I thought it was more entertaining than the last one. Is where I landed on it. I also watched Mortal Kombat 2, and go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna watch it as soon as it's available for free on Prime. You still have to pay for it, I think.
I watched it on Max last night. I don't know if you're rocking on the Max. I'm not rocking on my own Max. Maybe that should be cut from this. I don't know if the government's watching. I don't know. But
I don't. Maybe the city of Chelsea is watching.
Yeah, and I don't have any blinds on my windows, so you don't know. But that one also was one of those where I was like, okay, so we're not overly concerned about storytelling. Like which is fine. You know, we talked about it. Matt, you went and saw it, and we talked about it then. That like the you get what you want. Like this is what you want from this particular situation. And yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. Like I had no qualms with that movie, but at one point in time, I was kind of like, "What? What was the next step? Why did we need to, okay, whatever. Yeah, and it's fine. Cool fucking fights. That's great.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of there's no real story to the game, so the story is just made up outside of the game. And I guess it'd be weird to make it a really good story, because then it's not really in line with the characters. They're supposed to just be these comic book characters only. So I don't know. I don't know how they would make it any differently than they did.
I will say that I love Carl Urban. I love him, and he can do basically no wrong by me. And he everything. Again, Matt, we talked about it when you watched it. Everything that I would have wanted to get out of this particular movie, I got. There was no judgment of the movie, but just when it comes to kind of simple storytelling aspects, I'm going what now? Okay, and that's fine. Yeah, no worries at all when it comes to that. I enjoyed the movie. Same for Avatar. I was sitting there going all right, but cool score, explosions, whale friends. Smoke, I guess. No, that's the thing. Matt, and I'll ask you. Sub-Zero, spoiler alert, for those who haven't seen the second one, is Sub-Zero smoke? Is that how that, or is in the game is Sub-Zero and Smoke two different people, and then in the movie was he Smoke then?
I'm pretty sure he was. What's the character's name? It's not Noob. Is it Noob Saibot? Who is he? I'm trying to remember.
That's
how does if
that
because
that is a person.
Smoke and Smoke's someone else. He is Noob Saibot. That's who is the original Sub-Zero. And he dies.
Whoa, spoilers.
The first one's been out for 5 years. No, but
but Smoke kind of is Sub-Zero. So if Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero and dies, and then he's Smoke, is that what you said happened?
No,
Joining me.
So
because I have no idea.
Smoke is a completely different ninja with different powers. In the game, Sub-Zero is killed and comes back as Noob Saibot, and they did that same thing in the.
Okay, so it's not even Smoke the character in the movie; it's Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
He all right.
Gotcha. Cool. We figured this out, everybody.
Look, that's what this is about.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of confused on the details.
No, we didn't figure this out.
Mortal Kombat. There aren't details.
So he's not reincarnated Sub-Zero, or he is.
Noob Saibot is, but that is not Smoke. They must look really similar, which is why
both
AJ was
black
asking.
and gray ninjas. So yeah, they kind of do.
Okay, Noob Saibot,
similar-ish powers.
Smoke.
Kind of do shadowy things.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm clear. Okay.
I think it's it's frowned upon to use this terminology, but they're ninja colored,
Oh wow, wow.
black and gray.
Is that your end of your nerdy portion? I was kind of expecting something else.
No, okay, all right. I mean, I can
He'll
keep going.
He'll just keep going if we don't intervene.
Listen. All right. So I also have been watching Ninth Jedi, the new.
Okay, yeah. I haven't started it yet.
I have that saved.
It's very cool looking. It's very anime. I have a hard time because there's just a lot of stuff about it that I recognize as not Star Wars canon, and that's not a big deal overall. Because like I just recognize it, like it's obviously not canon, but for me, somebody who I don't know, I guess leans in or loves Star Wars canon, I'm like, none of this makes any sense, like.
Well, it's just a different thing, and if it's not your characters really, then I get that.
Yeah, but it's not. It's again not a big deal. I don't have a problem with it. Other than like I'm watching it, I'm kind of like, okay, all right, whatever. But it's cool. It looks beautiful. Friend of the show, I guess, Keanu Young is in it, and
Keone.
Yeah, Keanu Young, friend of the show. Soon to be friend of the show.
Soon to be.
Yeah.
He's our friend. We might not be his friends, but he's our friend.
I thought we were his friend until the next day, but that's neither here nor there. Well, it just we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after. I'll tell you about it after.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's most of my nerdy things. I've done. Started reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. So far, so good.
So let me know when you're done, and I'll borrow it.
It's Maddie's.
Let Maddie know when you're done and tell her I'm borrowing it.
Yeah.
If you don't mind before it makes its way back to you there, Matt.
I guess you're going to all just read my book.
I won't take long. And Kent probably won't either.
Cody and Kent read in quickness. I read quick when it, isn't.
They just have the book
I'll
since
cut this
March.
out. Okay, but it has not been high on my TBR page.
Yeah, it's been on the backlog.
Yeah, and then I finally decided the one that had been ahead of it, I couldn't do. Like I will do eventually, but I couldn't do it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna read this because Matt Denon, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be at
Dragon Con. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to read it so that I can bring it to Matt, so that Matt can get it signed for him.
Very cool.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can bring it to him whether you're finished or not. We'll be together.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. All right, Kent, what is your nerdy thing been?
You guys aren't gonna believe it, but I've watched some anime. Well, obviously that's pretty nerdy. The new season of Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War is out. We actually got to meet I think there's 2 voice actors that work on that project that were in Knoxville at Fanboy, but David Vincent specifically was in the most recent episode. He's the voice of Grimjow Jaggerjax, one of the Arankar. Anyways,
what a bunch of words
beautiful.
Those were.
Yeah. That's maybe not deep cut stuff there. I mean, but it's pretty deep into Bleach, the series, before you get introduced to that character, and didn't know that that aspect was going to make a reappearance in 1,000-Year Blood War. As far as the pacing on that show goes, man, the heroes have been kept down for 3 whole seasons. I think it started in 23, maybe 22. No, 21. 21, I think it started. And so 5 years later, and now this is the 4th season. I think there are 3 episodes out on, this side of the pond. I don't know about in Japan or whatever. But usually in an anime, heroes are down for a few episodes and then they're coming out victorious. They're at least taking strides towards victory within 5 to 10 episodes, at least by the end of the season. No, 3 seasons of the heroes just getting their asses kicked. Like every time it looks like, oh shit, this is the moment. Here's their comeuppance. No, just like extinguished so fast and not like a good fight and then they're beaten. Like they just are getting riggedy wrecked every time. Now, I will say it kind of looks like maybe here in season 4, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because 3 seasons of this. It's just, it's so bleak. It is so incredibly bleak, but it's fun. It's very, very pretty. I think that they used a little too much digital animation on some of the scene sweeps and stuff. That's my personal opinion. It's not a, it's a personal preference of mine, but
yeah,
I'm going to watch every bit of it. Bleach is probably my favorite long form anime out there. So I'm excited and hopeful, cautiously hopeful that the heroes gain some footing at least this season. It's not just complete doom and gloom. That's probably the biggest thing nerdy that I have done since we previously talked.
Nice. Matt,
How
you
about
want
you,
to go
Cody?
next? Okay.
Or Matt?
I've been doing the usual, the game, and the last
Big news.
the last week and a half or so, I've been trying to get all the social media and stuff started just to start getting it out where people can see it. Part of why I held off on that is that I didn't want to distract from actually making the game. And I'm already seeing why I was right to feel that way, because when you have to try to make the shorts are one thing, but trying to make long form videos, which is what I intend to do moving forward, it just takes a lot of energy and time. But what has happened that I didn't expect is that in trying to record clips to share with people, I'm finding stuff that I wouldn't find otherwise and fixing little bugs. So I should be posting a 10 to 12 minute video, just kind of telling people what the game is in the next few days. And I would probably already be done with it, except that in making it, I found some stuff I wanted to improve on. And then when I improved on it the first time, I broke something. I had to go back and fix that. And then that broke something else. And then I had to go back and fix that. But now the whole system's better. So that's what I've been doing with pretty much all of my free time and creative time. Although I did watch the first episode of Ted Lasso season 4. Really liked that. Just always, most shows can't do this at this point in my life, even if I really like them, but it actually puts me in a better mood to watch
every
Ted Lasso.
time. It's the chicken noodle soup of TV.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
So good. Also, do you want me to drop plugs for your game here and listener viewers?
It's all Heartbeat Games. It'll be Heartbeat Games, Heartbeat Video Games, or Heartbeat_games at all the social media places. I know
cool.
a thing or two. I know a thing or two about heartbeats, especially shitty ones.
But that's not what this particular product is.
No, but that inspired the name of the studio.
Now that's very cool. Very cool name inspiration. Very cool from everything that you've told us about, everything that we've been able to see, and then also, checking out what's been on social media so far. It just looks like a lot of fun. Great work.
Thank you. All right, now it's your turn, Matt.
Okay. Well, I went to Denver this past weekend. That was my thing I've been doing. I really if you want to call it nerdy, I think going to the same person musical act twice in a row is pretty nerdy when it comes to that. So
yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I was hanging out with the listener TM all weekend. It was just a blast. Fun fact: I'm for some reason the Casa Bonita, the Mexican restaurant featured in an episode of South Park, their social media loves reposting my post whenever I go there and liking my stuff. And it's so funny because they didn't post anyone else's stuff. That's Friday we went. They reposted my picture, like the message. I'm like,
Very cool.
I don't know why Casa Bonita likes me, but I like Casa Bonita too. So that was one thing. We went to this museum called Meow Wolf. It's crazy art museum, all interactive, real fun time. And then, of course, the concert.
Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita. So I went to Casa Bonita. I reposted all my stuff. It was a lot of fun. We had premiere seats, so we were like right at the waterfall, so we could see the cliff divers jumping in. Then Saturday we went to Meow Wolf, which is this like interactive art museum where it's like alien planets that have like crashed together and they're all connected, and you go through just like opening doors and it's new different parts of the museum.
Hell yeah.
It's really super cool. And then of course went and saw Noah Kahan for 2 nights. The first night I was like, this is the greatest concert I've ever been to. Nothing's ever going to top this. And then night 2 happened, and it was even better than night 1. And because my 3 favorite songs he does are Pain is Cold Water, Maine, and then Paul Revere. And he'd already announced the secret song for night 2, which was Where Everything. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I like that song too. And then when we're sitting there and he does She Calls Me Back, he'll answer the phone, talk to someone. And he's like, oh, well, hey, God. And it's like, oh, you want me to play Paul Revere? And I was like, I was lost it. I was like, can't believe I'm getting Paul Revere on top of this. And then he played Pain is Cold Water, Maine, and Paul Revere in order, like, just like bang, bang, bang on the set. And I was just like, all right, well, this is the greatest show I've ever seen. Nothing's stopping this one. But so it was a wonderful time. Had a blast. Met some cool people. Can't wait to do that again. But yeah, it was probably one of the best weekends I've had in my life. Actually, just hanging out with like Indy and all, and just doing that concert and all that. So
very
cool.
Yeah,
love it.
That's awesome. A concert tailored specifically for you, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was funny because we were talking. It's like, well, it's not Fenway, so he's not going to play Paul Revere, is what we kind of like were talking about. And then he did that. And I was like, well, almost couldn't say anything at first. So,
part of what I saw you post on socials, I thought, like, this is exactly what I get so excited about going to cons. Like, you have this pan across the stadium of like all the lights like up at the same time, and that's some of the stuff that gets me excited about concerts or just like it's that we're all here for the same reason type of energy. And that very first video that you posted of just like all the lights like up at the same time, I was like, God damn, like, ooh.
Yeah, so they had like the wristbands that lit up with as the like during the songs at certain points. So it was pretty cool. Like I think like during Dial Drunk they were going like red and blue to like police lights. So yeah, it was cool though. Like just the theatrics of it too. For just like you're like, oh, this is a folk artist. It's probably not going to be as theatrical as it was, but it was pretty theatrical. It it was a lot of fun. He's super talented. So
Yeah.
creative, and the openers were good too. I think Annabelle Dinda, she newer talent, and then Gigi Perez, who has taken over a lot of like TikTok. You might have heard some of her songs. So, but yeah,
One of the
just
ones you
fantastic.
posted, I don't know which one it was, but the vocals on that girl.
That was Gigi. Yeah, I think it was Fable that I posted part of it.
I thought that was Matt sharing some of the songs.
No.
Oh yeah, that was the one we get.
But yeah, this is great show. Would recommend.
Would
So,
recommend.
but then that was pretty much my Friday through Monday. So I really didn't do anything other than that. I think I watched last week's episode of X-Men 97, and then yeah, I think the finale is this week. So
And I'm kind of concerned about that because I don't know that there's going to be enough wrap up at the end.
Well, it's already been renewed for like 3 more seasons. So.
Yeah, I think
sure, but like
I think that's the point.
just yeah, I guess, man. I am glad to have seen that it was, that we're getting a 4th and a 5th season, or 3rd, 4th, and 5th season. But I don't know. I just wanted a little more like closure, I guess, and I don't feel like we're gonna get that. So
don't start Bleach: The 1,000-Year Blood War.
Closure? Who needs closure?
Yeah, I agree with you on that sentiment there, Santana. I think that there's going to be a whole lot of open-ended stories left for X-Men 97 to explore, but luckily they've got at least 2 more seasons, and hopefully even more after that. It's fantastic. And we get to hear more friend of the show, Ross Marquand, doing his lovely voice work.
Speaking friend of the pod, Ross Marquand, he's going to be at Dragon Con.
Dragon Con. Just a little over 3 weeks for us now.
Guys, it's fucking crashing down is where it's at. That's where we're at with Dragon Con. Kenyatta, tell me a little about Dragon Con. For those listening that may not know,
Well,
let's hear a little bit about Dragon Con.
First off, Dragon Con is the largest multimedia popular culture convention focusing on science fiction and fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, and film in the universe, according to them. And
I feel like you just read that off the website.
This is information only deep dives can find. It's definitely not right on their website.
Okay? It's right on the splash page.
Kenyatta's noted from the get-go.
I've definitely known it the whole time, and it's because of all the research I put in. Laborious research. No, I was looking into it somewhat. Started in 1987. And it was just a group of people as a gaming community that started it at the time Piermont Plaza Hotel in Atlanta. Now it is the Crown Plaza Atlanta Midtown by IHG, and it was a 1,400 fan affair in its inaugural year, and now it's up to 80,000 plus people, and it is a phenomenon. I've never been. I'm super psyched to go. This will be my first year. We'll have to get Cody to one ASAP. But for those of you who have been on this show, why don't we start with some your first Dragon Con experience? Connosaur?
Well, you can see a lot of my first Dragon Con experience behind me. As you can see, pretty much all this, except for the ones right here in the middle, are from Dragon Con. I went to Dragon Con for the first time because of Baldur's Gate 3. Mm-hmm. It had like Neil, Jen, Aliona, Dev, and Theo were all going to be there. And at that point, I was just like, I want to go meet these people. And so that's what I did. My goal was like, I'm going to go. It had been years since I'd been to a con. And I was like, I was just like, I'll try to meet like Jennifer, because Romance Shadowhearts was my favorite character in the game, and I was like, I'll try to meet Jen, and then, that will be my like main goal, and then I'll meet the other ones if I can, and then as I was planning, I was like, okay, I can meet them all, so I got photo ops with all of them, and I had a shirt for each character, and so that was my thing. And then they announced Natasha Liu Bordizio, who is the actress who plays Sabine in the live action Ahsoka, and she's amazing. So I was like, okay, I'll meet her too. And that was my like plan for Dragon Con. And then I went, and I was like, this is awesome. These people are awesome. And it was also in the middle of a massive party. So I met so many people online that I still am friends with today, that I still talk to at other cons. I'll be like, oh, remember Dragon Con? We did all this stuff. And then I met the cast of Baldur's Gate 3, and I pretty much was like at their table every day. So they get to know me, and that's when they became like just as obsessed with me as I am with them. And it was crazy when I met Jen and Aliona for the first time. Matthew Lewis, of Harry Potter fame, who plays Neville Longbottom, was at the table. So I met him first time. I met the two of them, and then the second time I went back to their table, he he was there again, and Aliona reintroduced me to him, and we're both like, "Yeah, we met yesterday." And he took a photo like of me and Jen and Aliona together. So one of the photos that I have of the three of us was taken by Neville Longbottom, which is one of the craziest things ever.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
So that happened at Dragon Con. And then of course, and then I met the cast of the live action Avatar from season 1 when I was walking through. I think I met Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, at that one. And it was just crazy, just the amount of people that I was able to meet and then go multiple times. And it was such a blast. I mean, I had the time of my life at that first one. I was like, okay, well, cons are amazing. I can't wait to do this again. I'm going to go to Dragon Con every year. And I remember trying to go to all the panels I could do that the Baldur's Gate cast did, and all the Star Wars ones. And I remember going and finding a little room up in the corner, which was all about Star Wars fan panels. And it was fans talking and about Star Wars. I remember seeing freaking droids everywhere and all the people in crazy cosplays. And I was just like, this is awesome. There's nothing that's going to top this. And I haven't found a con that I feel that way about. And I've been to some great ones that I've had an amazing time at, but nothing has topped that feeling of like what Dragon Con is like. And then you're like, I think you'll always be chasing that first one. Even though the second one was awesome. Like, it was me and AJ hanging out for 5 days, but like you go to that first one and you're just like, I've been exposed to something new that I never thought I would ever have this. It's like such a magical place to be. And it's just life changing. So, and there's something for everybody.
That is incredibly exciting. I also didn't know the story behind one of your pictures with Jin and Aliona being photo credited to Neville Longbottom.
Yep.
Not AKA, but actual. Dang it! You'll have to put his name in for me there.
Yeah.
Matt.
Matthew Lewis. Yeah.
Matt. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So Matt and Matt.
That was
Aliona was like, Matt, meet Matt, and that's kind of how. So I need to actually go meet him properly at his table. So I can be like, hey, it's good to see you again. Whenever he's at another con that I'm at. But that was just crazy. Like, Neville Longbottom, meeting him in a line for someone else. So
it is It is righteous stuff. Exactly the experience that I am. I mean, not exactly the experience. Mine will be, different, my own, but the type, the feeling that I'm so excited about. And Santana, how about yours? It was fresh, nigh a year ago.
I am here. I am here today because of Dragon Con. I have told many people in our con adventures that I said my brother-in-law he dragged me to Dragon Con, and it altered my brain chemistry. And I mean that in a way of super positivity. Like the reason that I'm so in love with what we are doing right now, like what we are searching to celebrate, it stems from Dragon Con. Um, it, the welcoming environment, it is a giant party, but I mean it's a giant party in the way that, like, I don't know. There were many moments where Matt and I were separated, where I was just kind of standing there, just existing by myself, and people would come up to say, "Hey, I'm so glad that you are here. Hey, welcome." And what a beautiful sentiment that I got, and then that's what I fell in love with, was just this, like, welcome. I love you. I'm glad to have you here. And it is a party, and you three and probably anybody listening understand that I enjoy a party, and I might enjoy a bit of a party.
This is news.
It's okay. Well, just a heads up for future reference. I like to party. Um, but there's so much about this particular con, because cons overall, and what we've been talking about, what we have been celebrating since doing this show, cons overall, there is this welcoming environment. There's just this joyous, welcoming environment. Dragon Con is something I just don't know that I could really put it into words, because again, Matt, going back to watching your Noah Kahan concert videos and watching, like, the lights around the stadium, and it's all about this, like, joint, it's all about this joint emotion. Like, it's all the same emotion. We're all here to celebrate the same thing, and I didn't know what to expect. Matt said, "You're going to Dragon Con," and I said, "Okay, yeah, that sounds like fun. Like, I want to go hang out with my guy. Let's do it." And it became this really gnarly, really radical, like, just how unexplainable situation. Like, there's this immense, just welcoming environment. Like, it's just this welcoming, come on in, let's all party. Yes, it is a party. Like, we are going to party, but there's also these huge opportunities to meet, or listen to, not even meet, but, like, I fell in love with the panels. You go, Simon Pegg was at the panels last year. Like, you go into this, like, giant room and just be able to listen to these people, like some of these extremely creative human beings. I can't build it up enough, and I can't also, like, I'm trying to not, it's going to be your first time, Kenyatta. I don't want to oversell it, but I can't undersell it either. I like to think about mine and Matt's experience at Dragon Con last year. We call it the Catalina wine mixer. We that Matt is my brother-in-law, and we have been we've been family since we've known each other. But there was something very special about our existence at Dragon Con that I think changed our relationship.
Yeah.
Matt. It's just a very special environment. Like this, it's just this very everything that I want to celebrate about cons. Dragon Con is that, you know.
I am excited, and I'd go into all of the things that I'm excited about, but we have a month. We have a month to get into the things that I'm excited to do there. Is there anything specific that I should keep my head on a swivel for, just as like a general experience?
Look out for cool badge ribbons, like the
Okay,
ones
yeah.
you can get from us.
That'll lead on, Mexico.
What are things that Kenyatta can keep his head out for? You don't drink anymore, so I think that you're pretty safe. All right. So, and Matt, you talk to me, tell me if I'm wrong. We put a lot of steps in. Like last year, we walked a fuck ton, and not that there was anything wrong with walking a fuck ton. It's just be prepared to be moving constantly. Like there's not really like a stopping point. We can, I imagine, find a stopping point.
Yeah.
But a lot of my personal stopping points came in panels. Like that, I'd go hit a few beers and listen to, you know, John Boyega was one of my favorite panels last year. You know, like
That sounds
sit in the back. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, you just go sit and drink a couple of beers and listen to some people. There's no, you know what? If you want me to tell you about something negative about this place, there's not one. Okay. So, yes, if you would like to go have a couple of cold beers, NAs for you, while listening to some extremely creative people tell you about their creative lives, this is the place.
Well, that sounds terrible. I guess I'll go. I don't know.
If you're gonna pull my leg,
No, that's very thrilling. Very excited to be a part of it this year, and yeah, can't wait until the whole pod gets to make it. But I'll bring you back a T-shirt, Cody.
I wear medium husky.
but yeah, definitely looking forward to some of the stuff this year. So including, like we've said before, friend of the podcast, Ross Marquand, who will be there. So
yeah, Ross is getting a T-shirt. We're gonna go make Ross uncomfortable. Hey, excuse me, sir. You know us.
You know us.
you were on our podcast.
You know us.
I have a broken leg, and then he'd probably remember.
We'll come back in and wrap it up here, if that's all good with you guys.
Yeah. We've got more Dragon Con stuff coming. We've got plenty of Dragon Con stuff coming. Kenyatta, as a first time participant, what are your expectations?
You know, I don't expect anything specific. I'm very excited to have 5 days. I think that's the thing that I'm most excited about, because that's a lot of time to really not feel rushed. I mean, there's so much to do that I don't think that I can do everything still, even with 5 days. But it's a lot of time. Like, I definitely want to be heavy on panels. I think that's my favorite part of con so far. It's really neat hearing people, like, once they get going. Sometimes it might be kind of slow to get the flow going. Sometimes it's right out of the gate, just a, torrential, faucet full tilt boogie. But it's always some insight into their craft, or even just their daily life, mundane. Like there's some kind of insight or nugget into their lives and or work that is fascinating. So I'm really excited that there's going to be 5 days worth of being able to get some panels done. Obviously, at all cons, the meet and greet at the table is fantastic, and Dragon Con has the biggest guest list of any of the cons. It's the biggest con that I will have been to so far. So excited about that. And one of the low-key things that I'm excited about, I have no plans to do it myself yet, but the cosplay.
Yeah.
But that's yet. I'm honoring that. Listeners, if you guys would like to see Kenyatta in some cosplay, drop them in the comment some cosplay that you think that I could pull off, keep in mind, I got about 3 weeks to work these up. And I'm not going to cosplay all 5 days, but I'm going to try and squeeze 1 or 2 in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got 2 that I'm bringing. My Gustav from Clair Obscura Expedition 33, and then Robert from Dispatch, which really looking forward to getting that photo with the voice actress for Blonde Blazer. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
in the Robert cosplay. So
Sounds be perfect. Maybe Matthew will be there to take a picture of Matthew.
maybe it would be. It's like you're not on the guest list yet. Who knows? They might announce more people.
He's just there as a fan. He's in it for the love of the game. What a twist!
We need to do whatever our outro is. What?
What?
Like, subscribe. We will be blah, 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 blah. Like, subscribe. We will be Jesus Christ, having a bunch of Dragon Con stuff.
Okay.
Everybody first.
He's frozen?
I'm the only one.
His connection's been really good, and
He's
It's
just
still
dropped
going
it.
99%.
We'll be having a lot of Dragon Con.
All right, we're having a lot of Dragon Con, guys.
all right. Or
Yeah,
what he was getting at, we're going to have a lot of Dragon Con content to share, lots of stuff leading up to that, and we hope you watch and listen and hang out with us for that. I think we should go ahead and wrap this up. And also, remember, always, fuck folders.
What?
Is he breaking up for y'all too? Hold on a second, Matt. Let's see if your
Okay.
connection improves over the next couple of minutes. Maybe he's trying to just reconnect.
Yeah, we'll see if that helps. Yeah, he was.
I'll be right back also.
And well, that's your show, Dragon Con coming in. So.
They over roast the beans.
So, I think in your social media you've got a hopeful release date for your game. That's
No.
no.
I wish I did. I think roughly a year and a half.
Okay.
I think I'm about a quarter of the way through, but I think I'm probably more like 50% through with actual like in-depth coding and developing. At this point, it'll be adding fun stuff for the most part. And that's a little bit what I talk about in the video I'm going to post, which is
Okay.
almost done, but not quite.
Very cool. Neat. Matt,
Yeah,
you
the
are
on-
super clear
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I
80%.
don't know. Because I did it last time, but now my numbers are going crazy. Like, it's going like 50, 99, 50. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But you're crystal clear. Your sound's coming through great right now. So
Okay. Well,
Yeah.